Hello, my name is Cheryl Morris, and I'll be presenting about networking tools for you to use in developing as an OT. I write the Occupational Therapy Notes blog and am a licensed OT currently working in early intervention and outpatient pediatrics. When we talk about online networking, we are referring to how we communicate, develop relationships, and exchange information. With the advent of social media, we have many more options to engage in networking for professional development. I have chosen some exemplars from the different sites to give you a feel for what is offered. Most people are familiar with social networking sites such as Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+, but may not be aware of how to use these for professional development. There are also niche communities for therapists such as AOTA's OT Connections, which Chris will speak about, but mainstream networks have some advantages such as greater usage, wider functionality, reduced cost, and integration with other sites, so I will focus on these. You can see one networking trend just by looking at my internet toolbar, where I have quick access to subscribe to a site, shorten a link, pin a picture on Pinterest, or share a page on Facebook. Many blog posts and articles also now come with these tools embedded on their pages, so you can quickly share the information on another site. We're going to start with Facebook. Since they frequently tout their billion monthly users, I would expect that most people are familiar with their basic concept. Now that anyone can get a free Facebook account, it is an appealing site to use to attract a large audience, get noticed in search results, and crowdsource ideas. Groups allow for members to start discussions, share resources or files, and host events. Some of the most popular Facebook groups are in the 4OT series, AT for OT, MH for OT. The high level of interaction in the OT for OT group makes them my exemplar for OT networking. Public pages are a way for organizations, brands, or public figures to present information to the Facebook community at large. The exemplar Facebook page for OT networking is the Kawa model page. They were able to change from a static first-generation website and as a result have increased their visibility and interaction considerably. Here we see status updates polling fans regarding their questions about the current usage of the model, which got great numbers of comments and can be used to develop the online presence further. Twitter is my favorite way to network as an OT. I enjoy the quick updates, link sharing, and massive international presence. Hashtags allow you to track a topic or conversation. Right now, you can find tons of tweets related to OT Month and the AOTA conference from a simple search, and Twitter would also show you what topics are trending in your area and around the world. Twitter chat can be topical or during events and offer a way to share resources, connect to other professionals, and process information in real time. Some offerings for OTs include the expanding OT Talk brand, OCChat, and OT24VX, which coordinates with the 24-hour OT Virtual Exchange lecture series. Anita and Chris have also been using Twitter to solicit interaction from international participants for the OT classes they teach. The exemplar chat that I have chosen is the original OT Talk, which is hosted bi-weekly from the UK on a variety of OT-related topics and gets international participation. My exemplar user is Jillian Crosley, who tweets helpful OT information, links her blog posts, and participates in multiple cool OT chats. LinkedIn is intended to be a professional social media site where you can advertise your online portfolio and connect with people that you actually know as professional references. You can get introduced to additional connections and find links in different companies or fields. Other ways to network on this site include joining groups and participating in their forums. I maintain a page on LinkedIn so that I do have an accessible online resume, but I get more link requests and notices about forum posts from recruiters than actual connections, so I haven't found it as valuable. Google Plus is still in a relative infancy regarding social networking. They claim high usage numbers, but the number of active users is still rather low compared to Facebook or Twitter. Some of the advantages that Google Plus has are the Hangouts, which are video topic conversations, Exploration, which can introduce you to new people and topics that you may want to follow, and unsurprisingly, a better search feature than Facebook. A lack of active users is what's holding Google Plus back from really becoming a superior networking tool. Blogs can also be used for networking. A good blog for this purpose has frequent updates, good writing that is more than just links to other stories, and inspires interaction either through asking pointed questions or causing controversy. You can tell a good blogging community by noticing familiarity between participants, both the writers and commenters, high interaction with comments and replies, and sharing of resources. The blog really needs to have an option for commenters to be notified of follow-up comments so they can reply and have an ongoing conversation. As an example, I've included the activity link-ups that Tanya has been trying to include on the Therapy Fun Zone blog. One of the best blogging communities that I know of, and my exemplar for this topic, is the Mothers in Medicine blog. They have a group of 18 authors who post at least 3 times a week and frequently comment on others' posts, respond to guest posts, and respond to comments. What I would really like to concentrate on are some of the trends that are taking place in online networking. How we connect to others has changed since the initial onset of social media. Public postings make it possible to follow the updates of people that you don't know or are only mildly acquainted with. Related to this change is how we communicate with organizations and celebrities in an upward fashion and expect a response. A corporation's credibility can be affected if they don't respond to concerns in social media settings. Many sites are now using an integrated login, having you sign into their site using your credentials from one of the main social sites. This can be handy because you don't have to keep remembering new login names and passwords, but there has been some backlash, especially with these social reader functions on many news sites, because people would prefer to not automatically share every article they read with all their followers. We now expect applications to work across multiple platforms to be useful. In the US, this is a matter of convenience. I want to be able to access information while on the go or without having to boot up a computer. But in many countries, access to the internet is primarily through mobile devices instead of computers, so mobile usage becomes essential for any connection to the international audience. Currently, there is a trend for sites to be more visually based. Part of this is due to the popularity of image sharing sites such as Instagram and Pinterest. You also see many memes being shared as photos instead of simple quotes. People pay more attention to images than to text. It's a quicker way to transmit a message, and that's part of what is controlling this shift. Another change is in how we learn and process information. One example is seen in Twitter chats. They shouldn't be carried off as a lecture, but dynamic between participants. This is not a distraction, but a separate learning process to synthesize ideas. Just as some people learn better by doodling or talking during an event, these ongoing discussions can help a person achieve a deeper learning than just by sitting idly by. We are also moving toward integrated options, a single application that seeks to be the one ring of your internet usage. The two biggest giants in this quest are Facebook and Google, and you can see some of the similarities between their offerings. The big changes in the past year include the social influence on your search results or advertisements based on what your friends have done. Also, Google has the Android platform for phones and tablets, which Facebook has now taken advantage of to make their own mobile operating system. Essentially, if one of the major sites offers a feature, others will rush to copy or compete. But this thievery and constant change of features and privacy options has caused a backlash among users. It will be very interesting to see how this battle between the two giants plays out as they each seek to turn profits and gain users at the same time that people are dealing with information overload. Overall, there are many options for OTs to find professional networking and information sharing online. Experiment with a few sites to see what works best for your interests, learning preferences, and time available. You can find more detailed information about this presentation and how to use these tools on my blog. Thank you.